I'm trying
Hello,
to.
my name is Alex Lummus. I'm the Director of External Communications. This is Mr. Tom Brady. The rules for this interview will be simple. Ask a question. If the answer requires a follow-up question, go ahead and follow up, but if not, let's keep it short and to the point. Mr. Brady, what are your thoughts on today's game?
I think we played pretty well. They're a good team. They didn't give up. They kept fighting, and we there were a few times there that we were able to look in and see exactly how their defense was giving us the opportunities that they gave us. So when we went into halftime, we were able to, I think, capitalize on that. So all in all, I think we played pretty well, and I'm proud of my guys on how they played.
All right, I will now open the floor to questions.
Hi, Tom. This is Scott Zacker from ESPN.com. First of all, I just want to say great job today, great win, and glad to see you guys got the win. First question is, you targeted Scotty Miller today 9 times. Can you talk about the impact that Scotty Miller's had on the team and the offense this year?
Yeah, Scotty's been great. I didn't get to, play with him in his rookie season, in his second season, but he's that guy that just always seems to be there when we need him. He's quick. He's able to especially get in whenever we see a nickel formation. He's able to get in those little pockets there where there's just nobody, and he's fast too. So if we need to send him deep time or two, he's there for that. So Scotty's been great. Working with him's been fantastic.
Hi, Tom. Carter Myers, CBS Sports. Question everyone wants to know: what has been a major difference from your move from New England here to Tampa Bay?
Well, besides the weather in December, I'd say just the change of pace. I feel that this offense is just a little bit faster. With how I've always played, I've always kind of tried to slow it down and set my tempo. But these receivers and these running backs I got, even our offensive alignment, they're just at a faster pace, faster tempo. So that's been, I'd say, the major difference that I've seen, and it's not a bad thing. It's just something that I've had to try and get used to since the offense that I've been running in New England was a little bit slower of a pace. So, but I think we're doing a great job. Everyone's bought in. We're doing a fantastic job, I feel.
Hi, Tom. Scott Zacker again from ESPN. Last 7 drives of the game, you guys were able to generate points on 6 of those drives. What was working so well offensively today for you guys?
I would say just the mindset that we take into the game. We practice these situations all the time, and it's just repetition. And sometimes you don't see that in the game, and then it's like, okay, and then some guys will feel, well, maybe we practice that for nothing, but we practice these things, and when we are able to sit here and put pen to paper and then put it out on the field and see how it works. And then we get into a game situation and we're like, oh, that's exactly how we ran at practice, exactly how we drew it up. And it comes together. It's fantastic. So, we were able to just use what the defense gave us essentially. So it was really nice to be able to sit there and see that and capitalize whenever we needed to.
Carter Myers for CBS Sports again. Who have you seen the most improvement out of during your new receiving core from week 1?
I got to go back to Scotty. I've got Mike Evans on my team, who is a staple in this league. He's been playing for a while, and he's great, and you know what you're going to get from him. And I don't want to say you don't know what you're going to get from Scotty, but just the way that he's improved, and us being able to work together. We do, even after practice, we'll stay back and to work on our timing, stuff like that, and just the way that he sees the game now and the way that he moves the ball up and down the field like we need him to whenever he gets that catch. He's completely exceeded all expectations that I felt that I saw at the beginning of the season. So I would say he's probably my most improved out of the receiving core.
Hey, Tom. Scott Zacker again from ESPN.com. You're 43 years old, and yet you put up the second best QBR in the NFL this week. How do you continue to put up great numbers despite the fact that you're at the age where most quarterbacks are retired and are done playing?
Yeah, I would just say it's just taking care of myself and working hard. And not that those other quarterbacks don't take care of themselves, obviously do, because they play at the highest level that they can. But I don't focus on my age as much as my ability. You know, my body's going to tell me, hey, you're getting to the point where you need to stop. And I just don't get that. I still, wake up every day excited to play the game, wanting to play the game. Now, I'm not going to say that my recoup time isn't as, it's a little bit longer than what it used to be. I'm sore an extra day or two after these games, especially after some big hits. But I would say all in all, just, taking care of my body and listening to it.
Mm.
All right, Tom, Carter Myers again. Which team are you most looking forward to playing with the rest of your schedule this season? As you know, the NFL is a very competitive league. So I know you got the defending Super Bowl champs coming up week 13. Just let me know, what team are you looking forward to playing?
That's going to be a big test. Playing the Chiefs, Pat Mahomes over there, he's great quarterback. It's really hard for me to pinpoint to one because every week you've got something new coming up. You're having to put your game plan in play. It's a little bit different every week. So I'd say I wouldn't say I'm focusing on one team per se. I'm focusing more on that week that we're going into and how we can get better and what we can do to, take advantage of things that they give us. So, but if I had to choose one out of anybody, I'd say the New Orleans Saints. I like playing Drew down there. He's a good guy. Everyone's trying to always compare our stats together. So it's always a fun game. So.
Hey, Tom, another question for Scott Zacker from ESPN. You and Gronkowski connected for another touchdown pass this week. We see a lot of quarterback wide receiver duos such as Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams, Drew Brees, Michael Thomas, and you and Gronkowski have this almost great connection. Like you guys are thinking on the same page. How important is it for you to play with a guy such as Gronkowski?
Yeah, they just told me in the locker room right after the game that was 90 for us. And, I look back and I'm just thinking, man, it seems like we've been playing together forever. So, and, maybe we have in football's retrospect, I guess. But, he's been an amazing teammate, both in New England and here. It just seems like, when we're in the dog days of it and, we're down or we're driving the ball, it seems that, if we call that play to him, almost feels like sometimes he knows what I'm thinking, where I'm going to put that ball. So that when you have a tight end or receiver, anybody on your team that can do that, it makes it so much easier for you mentally. Whenever he had retired and I was coming down to Tampa Bay, I called him up and said, let's get the band started up again. And so here he is. So he's been great to play with. He's a longtime friend. So just him and I being on the same page has always just made my job just that much easier.
All right, guys, we got time for one last question, a short one. Either of you.
All right, I'll take it. One last question for me, of course. Besides winning the championship, what is a goal that you have for yourself or as a team this season?
Well, like you said, obviously winning the championship is always your number one goal. But I would say since this is my first year here and we've got some other guys, rookies coming in, people we've taken up, I'd say us being able to come together as a team so that we can have more success down the road and in the future. Only one team can win the championship every year. And every team strives for that. And if we can't do it, we're going to try our hardest. But we also want to sit here and think, okay, if we don't win it this year, what did we do different this year? Or what can we do different next year so that we can win it? And I think becoming a team cohesively is, obviously the main thing that we should work on and can work on. So I'd say coming together as a team would be our best deal.
All right, Scott and Carter, I appreciate your attendance. And as always, Mr. Brady, it's a pleasure. This concludes today's post-game interview, and we'll see you again. Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, Tom.